It's time to talk fantasy football. It's time to let them know. Where you let us crunch the numbers while you crush the competition. So grab your playbooks and crack a cold one, because here's your hosts, Teak and Baney.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the podcast. I'm your host, Teak, here with my two co-hosts, Baney and Badge. We're going to go over the Week 5 recap, then we're going to go straight into the Against the Spread segment with Badge. All right, so I'm going to bring it the visual up on the screen here for everybody. Top scorers. I'm going to work my way from the bottom to the top here, as you can see on the screen. At number 5, we have Justin Fields with 33 points. Baney, what did you take away from this game? I know you and Badge were high on Fields coming into the season.
Week 5, I never would have guessed that he'd be the league leader in passing touchdowns. It's crazy. But yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. And all that's happened is I've traded him away, and now he's had his 2 best games of his career back-to-back. So that's how I feel about it. Don't want to talk about it anymore. Badge, how we feel about it.
So I think I can speak for 2 of us here when I say it's about time, and the 2 of us is me and Baney. Just kidding, but yes, me and Baney, we're big on him. It's about time. So I mean, the guy has talent. He showed it. Keep it rolling for us, Fields. So that's all I gotta say. Teak.
Yeah, he's definitely going to show out. I know I said it in the previous episodes that he was going to struggle early. He did. This is part of his cake schedule, which he's showing it is. So hopefully he can string these games along and get that confidence for when he does come up against a better team. But number 4, I know a lot of people are surprised about this one because his co-runner Jonathan Taylor was his first season debut. Zach Moss, 34 points. Guys, did you have Zach Moss? If you did you play him? Even though Jonathan Taylor was coming back? I know I don't have any shares of Zach Moss or Jonathan Taylor, so.
I didn't have him. However, the guy playing me had him. However, the late news about Aaron Jones being out locked him into having Aaron Jones in his start and Zach Moss on his bench. So your boy lucked out because Zach Moss had a career day rushing. It was crazy to watch. The Colts offense is really fun. That run game's really fun, more specifically. Sucks that Richardson's out, but yeah, dude, Zach Moss exploded everywhere yesterday. It was awesome. Badge, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, if you start Zach Moss, and I looked at it before the game, I think you have no idea what you're doing. But hey, you're really a genius. So you know, JT coming back, I didn't know how that was gonna go. Him being off these first 4 games, but I thought they were gonna punch him right in there. But yeah, Zach Moss, heck of a game. If you started him, that's kudos to you. I did not.
Yeah, moving on up here at the number 3 spot here, we got Travis Etienne with 36 fantasy points. I know it was kind of like 50-50 for me at least. I don't know how you boys beginning the season for Etienne, whether you guys have shares in him or not, but it was kind of a flip of a coin for me.
Faded him last year, faded him this year. He had a monster game. I want to say it was a career day on the ground. But hey, man, I don't know if this is a direct reflection of that offense getting better or if they really just had that advantage in London. However, none of that matters for fantasy football players. All that matters is that final number on the board, and he put up a great week, man. I know fantasy owners were more than happy. I think he doubled his fantasy projection going into the week, so can't beat that.
So yeah, as a avid fantasy player here, I always try to look for these league winners. 2 years ago, I wanted ETN. I got him in a couple leagues. Did not work out with that ankle injury. Unfortunately, I did not get him this year. I was kind of was targeting him this year, just never fell in my lap, never got that opportunity. So it's good to see this guy rolling. So I'm a big T-Law supporter and Jags, and I like seeing them do good. They're fun to watch last year, especially in the playoffs. So great day for ETN.
All right. And at the number 2 spot again, DJ Moore has another huge game here in week 5 with 49 fantasy points.
Bainey.
Seems like you guys, I know this was Bainey's combo, Fields and DJ Moore. Tell us more about it.
Tell you some more about it. I don't think another receiver actually caught a ball. I think it was only DJ Moore with 8, and house call almost every time. Super fun game to watch. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say really. I mean, DJ Moore's done this his whole career, and I think he's only 24. I don't know what they're going to do in the draft at the quarterback position. I don't know if they're going to keep riding with Fields or not, but the duo is working. It really is. We're just going to keep seeing DJ Moore, I think, put out weeks like this. Maybe not this dramatic. I mean, that's a lot of points, a lot of yards, but incredible to watch, incredible talent. Panthers are regretting every second of that trade, I think. So, Badge, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Panthers, could they have got more? No pun intended. We keep doing that. Anyways, that's my dad joke of the day. Bainey, I thought you were crazy when you kept up talking to him, but Bainey, you're really one of these genius guys. Like, this guy been nailing it. So, yeah, DJ Moore, heck of a week. He's going to keep it rolling. There's Fields and him seem to have something good going on. I mean, great day. I did not start him. I had him in my FanDuel lineup. FanDuel, calling you out. Here's the time. Here's the time. FanDuel, give us a sponsorship. We're growing. So, Teague.
And at number 1, I know I have a lot of these shares, and Jamar Chase, he finally explodes onto the scene with 52 fantasy points. Sad to say, I got rid of him today, Bainey. I'm selling at his ceiling. I don't know how you feel about that. I know you. I believe you're have a couple Chase shares yourself.
Yeah, I pondered the same thing because I was really concerned about Joe and where this offense was going to move. And, I chose to stay. You obviously chose to sell. Luckily, you got this week out of them. So that's pretty awesome. But, yeah, man, contrary to all the Eagles gear behind me, Jamar Chase is my favorite football player. He's incredible. I must see TV, and this should be the norm. This is what we all expected. Fantasy shows everywhere were predicting him to be 1-1 at the beginning of the year. And then obviously the Jefferson talk, the CMC talk started creeping in, but there was a lot of love and a lot of hype for Jamar coming into this, and Joe's starting to look good, man. The cap's starting to look better. He's starting to move. Hopefully this is the new norm. We get used to these games. This would be awesome. But Badge, how we feel?
So, Bainey, I really don't hope it's a new norm. So, I know Teague caught on. He said, hey, you look so sad when you talk about these AFC North opponents. Yeah, Teague and Bainey, it makes me very sad. So, I do not want to see this. I do like Chase as a player. So bummed out he went to the Bengals. That's another time. But are the Bengals back? But they played a bottom 5 defense. They got the same bottom 5 defense again. Another bottom 5 defense coming. Start him this week. I think he could duplicate that, but hopefully they're not back. That's all I got. Great game though.
All right, that wraps up the top scores from week 5. We're gonna hop right on over here to against the spread segment with Badge. All right, we're back with another episode of Against the Spread. Badger went 3-3 last week, bringing his total to 17-12. This week's lineup, we have the Thursday night bet, the underdog bet, the total domination, and the 2 best bets. So we're going to kick it underway here. The Thursday nighter.
All right, boys. I plan on going better than 500 this week. Like I said, you're going to have some hot streaks and some cold streaks. I mean, we didn't lose, but I plan on getting that win column this week. So for my primetime Thursday night bet this week, Teak, you're going to want to plug your nose, hold your breath for this one, Teak. We got some stinky stuff right here. So I'm going to Kansas City. I'm taking Denver plus 10.5. Told you it's a little stinky. Denver's season looks to be over. The Chiefs are cooking as the norm. I mean, coming off a short week, the weather seems to be a little rough this Thursday. The total is dropping, which makes this double-digit spread more appealing to me. Denver's getting a couple pieces back on defense. Kansas City, Teak, is 10-0 against Denver these past 10 games straight up. However, they're 5-5 against the spread. I think they're going to go 5-6. This 10.5 is not going to be as easy as it looks. It's not going to be as easy as people think. I'm taking Denver plus 10.5 in Arrowhead.
Yeah, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. But moving on
Where do you
to
get this next one?
moving on to the underdog bet.
So, again, we got some stinky stuff here, boys. We went to the supermarket. We got that stuff that they put out front that is about to expire. That's where this underdog bet's going here. I'm going to Chicago. I'm taking Chicago plus 3 against the Minnesota Vikings. So, Teak, we got a couple stinkers right here. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Back to back. So, I think it's time to back the Bears at home. I mean, I know, Teak, you're not a huge Justin Fields supporter, but he's been making some plays a little bit again. Wouldn't you agree? A little bit here and there.
Yeah.
He's showing some signs. So, I mean, the Bears offense starting to click. Minnesota, no Jay Jetta. We all know that big hurt. I got him on my 14-man league. That's for another time, though. So, no Jefferson. Minnesota's run game is The defense is poop. I'm taking the Bears plus 3 at home with this offense starting to roll a little bit.
Right, and moving to your favorite over and under.
Okay, now we're going to start to get back into stuff you'll like, Teak. So I know it's your favorite segment. We're going your favorite team. We're going to Atlanta again. I feel like we're always in Atlanta talking, Teak. I'm taking over 42. Washington and Atlanta over 42. So here's why. Atlanta has some pieces on offense. We all know that they can be very successful against this Commanders defense. I mean, the Commanders have been giving up over 30 points a game this season. Granted, the over is only 42. I think Ridder, I'm talking to an Atlanta fan, I think Ridder made a little case to keep his job one more week. Teak?
They're probably going to ride with Ritter through the season. I really do.
Yeah. So this week he impressed you a little bit, right? He had a decent game, so leading that team to the comeback. So I'm rolling with that momentum. I think they're going to keep doing it. I think they're going to drop some points against this Commanders defense. So Atlanta's weapons, I mean the tight end, the receivers, the running backs, the pieces are there. Ritter's starting to click. Sam Howell and company loves to throw the ball. They love to sling the rock. I know you were a Sam Howell fan back when he was at UNC. The guy likes to throw. I got Atlanta winning 27-21. That's great news for UT. Great news for us because we just hit the over. So I'm taking over 42.
All right. Then we're going to go into the best bets. Got 2 for you here. What's the first one you got for us?
So the first best bet, before I hit this, I want you guys to go hit that subscribe button. Go comment. We want to hear from you. Hit the bell. Most important, subscribe. Teak himself puts a lot of work in this editing and all he does all day. It's a second job for the kid. Go hit the subscribe. Go do that. But first, Teak, the best bet. I'm going to New York. I'm taking Philly at the Jets. Philly -6. So this Eagles pass rush is absolutely elite. I know I talk about it a lot. One thing I also do is I praise this Jets defense. Jets defense, very good, very good. Like I said, they played some tough teams. One of the best defense still in the league. However, I just don't think this offense is going to be able to keep up with the Phillies offense. I mean, all these weapons. Hurts is starting to roll. I think the Jets are getting a little too much respect at 2-3. So here's what this caught my eye when I looked at it. So I mentioned the respect thing. So week 4, Teak, the Jets hosted Kansas City. They were getting 8.5. They were getting 8.5 against the Chiefs at home, just like they are now. I'm taking Philly under a touchdown all day. I mean, I think the respect is a little too much with Zach Wilson. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm rolling with the Eagles -6. I would grab it now just in case it goes up. Like I said, they were getting 8.5 against the Chiefs, same spot. So I took it today. We talked about it at work. I'm taking Philly -6.
All right. Then moving on to the last bet of the night here. Your second best bet.
Okay. So second best bet. Again, this is another one you're going to want to jump on now because I think it's going to go up. So I'm going to LA. We're going to SoFi. Going to the Rams. I'm taking the Rams -6. So first, I want to say they're playing the Cardinals. Cardinals at the Rams. First, I want to say huge praise to these Cardinals. We all thought they would just roll over and die. I mean, they're putting up fights week in and week out. I mean, you ever see that meme where they're poking with a stick saying do something?
Oh, yeah.
That meme? I think we get a little graphic. But that's what I thought these Cardinals were going to be. That's what a lot of you guys thought. So kudos to them, not knocking them. The Rams, Cup's back. He looked healthy. He looked good. Combine him with Puka. That offense is going to start to roll. I don't think anyone's going to be able to slow him down. So, and I didn't see that coming either. Who saw Puka and a little diamond in the rough there? Cardinals, James Conner, he's out. We all saw what that offense looked like as soon as he went out. Huge piece of the offense right there. So this Cardinals offense is 31st in passing success rate. So Conner was a huge part of that. Rams coming off a loss. They got another full week with Cup in this offense. I'm taking the Rams -6 at home against the Arizona Cardinals. So again, jump on it now because both of these are probably going to go over a touchdown.
All right. And that wraps up against the spread segment with the Badger. Like you said, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It helps us out tremendously. It is totally free, which is the nice thing about YouTube. Helps us keep putting out content and also helps us with bringing on guests for you guys. I know we do have a special guest this week for you guys, so make sure you guys tune into that as well, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Let 'Em Know Fantasy Football Podcast. Join our community and follow us on all socials or keep up with the episodes on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts.